Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday. Today is that day. I did end up coming home in between work, but then I just ended up frantically filming for many hours and only got 2 videos out of all my filming that I did. So I really just was having a hard time filming, but really needed to. So I kind of pushed through and did it anyway, and it was not fantastic, but oh well. So I ended up filming for like probably 2 hours maybe, and got 2 videos, and one of them needs to be edited even, so it's like not even done, and it was just frustrating to say the least. So that was fun, and so I frantically had to do that, and plus I had to prepare for the video, so that took a while as well. I had to prepare for both videos, and there was just a lot of stuff, and by the time I was done, I'm just like, I'm gonna eat and lay on the couch because my stomach wasn't feeling great, and then I had to leave for work. So that's all I did in between. I didn't do any extra cleaning, and then Chris had to film his video, so I didn't do any cleaning then, and then my mom and my sisters called for our book club tonight, so I didn't do any cleaning then. So that's my excuse for not getting any cleaning done, because I couldn't be loud during Christopher's video, and then I was talking to my sisters. But the book club was fun. We talked about Funny and Farsi, and we actually didn't talk about it that much. We generally talked about it, and then we got sidetracked into a lot of different random discussions and things, so that was fun. We talked about different movies and books and so on, and it was just thoroughly enjoyable. I got recommended a couple more like period BBC-esque things to watch, like Dr. Thorne, and I've already heard about Poldark a lot, but I got reminded of it, so I'm going to write them down, and I'm going to have to add them into my bullet journal for the TV shows that I want to watch. I also really want to watch all of the Avonlea Chronicles, or whatever they're called, and also watch all of the Encyclopedia as well. If you guys don't know what Encyclopedia is, it was like a show in the 80s, I want to say, maybe 70s, 80s probably though, and they would just go through and do the alphabet. They would go through the alphabet and do several different things on each letter. So like for A, they would do like air, and they would just do a bunch of different ones for whatever it was. So like for B, they would do blood, and they would do bronchitis, and they would just do a bunch of different things that started with B, like bones, and they would just do like little short skits about them. They're completely ridiculous. There's some on YouTube if you look it up. I think there's one about like optimists on there, so if you look up Encyclopedia Optimist, you could probably find that one. They're thoroughly ridiculous, and we watched them when we were younger, and so we were talking about them, and they're very silly, and I grew up with them. Even though they're way older than me, I still grew up with them because I kind of grew up about a decade behind where I was. I watched a lot of stuff that was much older than me because my siblings did, and so I need to add that to my list as well because I'd like to watch all of them. I've seen most of A through K-ish, but I haven't seen a lot of M through Z, so I would like to watch those. I have seen some of the stuff like afterwards, like I know I've seen Yak and stuff, so I know that I've seen some of the later ones, but some of them are really great, and they have really great unquotable lines. Mostly like the opening lines are great, like geography and just stuff like that. It's very fun, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Like chloroform! And they use very silly voices, and they're just the most ridiculous things ever, and yeah. And I think there's one about either perspiring or sweat or whatever, but she's talking about, she's like, pigs don't perspire! And it's just really, I don't know, they're silly. And I'm really tired because it's like almost midnight because we talked till super late. I definitely suggest looking up Encyclopedia because they're so funny, and they're really bad, so be warned. You were warned that they're awful. But that was about me today. I really didn't do too much. I meant to be productive, but then filming just took all my time up. And I know Christopher has been having a difficult time with his video that he's trying to get up right now. He's working on his thumbnail right now, but you haven't had a great time, have you, honey?
No. My computer did a thing where it just like decided on its own to shut off, like, without asking me, which I don't appreciate.
An update?
Yeah, so it was shutting off for an update. It was just like, all of a sudden, like, we're gonna restart now, hope you're ready for it. And I wasn't ready for it, thanks very much. But I only lost a little bit, but I was at the end of it, and I just wanted it to be over, and it's way too long. But I filmed it tonight, edited it, it's gonna go out, but it's gonna go out way too late. I should be in bed right now. One thing I can say is other than Sunday, I have gone to the gym every single day for over a week now, which feels really good. I've been liking it a lot. This morning I came so close to staying in bed. So close. I was very tired when I woke up this morning, and I was just like, I came so close to falling asleep again, and just letting both Giselle and I sleep in. But I got up and then she got up. It was about 6:30 or so. I was rolling around in bed from 6 to 6:30, just like, I just want to go back to sleep, and debating with myself on like the pros and cons of getting up. Almost all of the pros were like, sleep is better than anything. I should go to the gym, but sleep is better than anything. But I should go to the gym and, go change the laundry downstairs and, get the vlog ready before I go to work. And was like, sleep is better than anything. And anyway, so.
But you won.
I won. I got up and I went to the gym. And I edited the vlog before I went to the gym, actually. And I edited the vlog and then went to the gym. And another thing is, I'm up later than I wanted to be right now. And that's happened a couple times. But I haven't been staying up, like, super late. And I was staying up super late all the time before. And something I've noticed is that I've had less want to go off and have snack a bunch, because I used to just eat snacks all the time. Just go in the kitchen, grab something to eat and just bring it out here and work while I eat. I had a ton of vlogs, and every single time that I would sit and edit a vlog, I would just be like, I need some food while I do this. So I would just constantly be eating food while editing vlogs, working on stuff on my computer. And I'm still working on stuff on my computer, but it's we just ate dinner not too long ago, and I used to eat a couple things afterwards to fill up my calories for the day. And that's fine. I don't want to be under my calories, because I don't want to be unhealthy with the weight loss that I'm trying to do and do too much at once or anything. But
being under calories is okay if you've eaten calorie few meals. If you are full and you happen to have 200 calories left, that's happened a little bit.
Don't feel full. I never really feel full ever. But before I wasn't necessarily eating because I didn't feel full, or because it wasn't like I felt hungry, but it also wasn't because I never really felt full. It wasn't either of those things. It was kind of this weird middle ground where it was just I just feel like eating food, yummy food, and so I would just eat food to distract myself and have something to do while I was editing stuff and working on stuff. But now I'm not staying up late, so it's just been really great. I've had no more late night snacking going on, which has been really good.
He's been staying under his calories really well, so.
Yeah,
there was one night that he had quite a few calories left, but it was after he'd had 3 full square meals for the day and stuff, he'd eaten, and he was a little bit under still, and we're just good job. You are eating normal food and normal proportions. It was awesome, and no snacks.
Yeah, so it's going well. It's only been a week, a little bit over a week, but it's a good start.
And he's been telling me every day how good he feels.
Yeah, it always feels good to get up early and go to the gym, even if I feel like death when I get out of bed. But I've said this, it always feels good going and doing that. But I just have to get myself into it for a while. And the thing is, I'm on time with vlogs, but I'm behind on all the other stuff I want to do, because I keep coming home from work feeling super exhausted and just not feeling like doing anything. And this is the case where tonight, Giselle and I, we came home, we made dinner together. We had fish and chips again, which is lovely. We watched an episode of Sherlock, which was fun. And then by that time, it was getting late, and I wanted to film my booktube video, but booktube video ended up taking way too long to film, and then way too long to edit. And then I had to re-edit some parts, and now it's too late to do really anything else, but I'm really behind on posting stuff on booktube where I wanted to be. So catch up on one thing, get behind on another. Or several other things, but whatever.
Booktube is easier to catch up on than the vlogs.
Yeah, it's not a set thing. I'm not gonna upload 16 booktube videos in one day. That's not something I need to do to catch up or anything like that. It's just I actually need to film these videos that I have planned out, that I have all worked out for myself. I just actually put them up and all that kind of stuff. But anyway.
The last thing that I wanted to talk about today was just the book that I read. I will have a review going up of it. Probably, hopefully, before the end of January. But I read Simply Unforgettable today by Mary Barlow. I don't know how to say her name. And it was my first book by her, and boy, did I hate it so much. I wrote down a whole big long, like, full page, like, in a normal, like, ring notebook or whatever, small-bound notebook. A full page of the college world, and ran out of room of all my thoughts of how much I hated it and why I hated it. So I'm going to be filming that. I was going to film it tonight, but then I ended up talking to my sisters. So I'm too tired to get, like, passionate right now, and it would just be a mess. But I just finished it, and it was just so ridiculous. And there were just really dumb characters doing really dumb things, and, like, I just can't understand how anyone is okay with this character. Like, he threatens to beat her multiple times. He says, like, really rude things to her. He keeps on, like, putting her in uncomfortable situations that she's not okay with. She keeps telling him no, and he keeps persisting with her. Like, there's just so many things that this horrible person is doing, and it just rose me into a passion of fury earlier today. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to tomorrow, is writing out my thoughts maybe a little bit more neatly and filming my utter hatred of this book. It's not the worst book I've read so far this year, simply because there are books that I DNF'd that I hated more, that I couldn't even get myself to get through, but this one, it was easy to get through, and I blame / give that credit to Rosalind Landor, who was narrating it on audio. Plus 2x speed really helped, although 3x speed would have been marvelous for this book, because it really was not worth the time that I spent on it, but it was at least fast to get through. But these characters were just so dumb, and they're doing such dumb things and saying such dumb things to each other, and it was just frustrations galore. So that's one thing you can expect soon. Which also brings me to, I'm going to be changing the way that I do my wrap-ups soon, but you will hear more about that tomorrow as I start working on that more. But for now, I think this vlog has gone long enough. Good night, everyone.
Bye.